Hey, what's up, guys? So here, if you look at the ceiling, you'll see some water damage here, and this was all caused because of a water issue. All right. So in this video, I'm going to show you guys how I install a water safety switches to help prevent that from happening. Okay, guys? All right. So I already got the water switch up here. Alright, so we're going to install this on the pan, and then we're going to install this on our secondary right there. Alright. Alright, let's see. So, first things first, guys, before you touch anything, mess with anything, you do want to shut it off at the disconnect, and that's just to make sure you don't hurt yourself or mess anything up. Alright. So I actually want to get this whip kind of out the way because it is kind of bothering me. So I'm going to go ahead and just put a little latch on that real quick. One of these. Alright. Let's see. Alright, there we go. That's set there, and this just helps so that this is not in the way of what you need to do here. Alright, now we are going to have to take this tape off again. So that one was loose. Okay, so we'll put that there out the way, and we'll look in here. Alright, so pretty much everything's going to be happening over here, guys. Okay, so let me get the water safety switch. So we'll worry about this one first. Take off this little retaining wire. So typically you can pretty much put this anywhere that you want on this pan, but I do recommend trying to kind of keep it close to where you're gonna connect it to. This way you don't have a lot of wire everywhere, and it looks cleaner basically. For instance, so if we put this, one moment, let me see, let me open this up. Alright, it's gonna be a little one. It's gonna be a bit of a pain on this one, I guess. So they put that pan too close. So that's gonna give me a bit of difficulty trying to get this thing in here. Let's see what we can do. Alright, so we got that in there. There we go, perfect. Now that we got it in there, finally, we can try and slide this. And that is perfect. Alright, so that's, sometimes you have to you know, work around some issues. So right here we were able to put it in over here and just slide it through. Now that'll stay there, and then we'll put this so that it doesn't come off. So I recommend you tighten this up good, and then you just push this all the way where it's going to go down and it touches the pan. This way, as soon as it lifts up, it shuts it off with minimal water in the pan, if it ever gets to that point. Alright guys, the other thing that I do after I install this here, I go ahead and feed it through an existing hole if there is one. If there is not, we will have to make one basically. So luckily we have one up here though. Alright, so one thing I do recommend though guys is if there's an existing hole, try to use the hole. If there isn't, you will have to make another one somewhere. I recommend not making too many holes though, if you don't have to, because that's just more chance for air to go into the AC unit, and you know, you don't want that, especially when you're up here in the attic. If you were in a conditioned space, it doesn't really matter that much. Alright, so we're gonna leave this like that. Alright guys, so you just kind of measure out to where all your wires are kinda, and then I recommend cutting it just so it doesn't, you don't have too much wire. Alright, we'll cut this one right here, and then we'll strip the wire. One of them is going to be short and one of them will be a little bit longer. Alright, now we need our 9-in-1. Now let's take off. So we're coming after the R terminal basically. Alright guys. And this will allow the safety switch to shut the unit off if it overflows with water. Okay. So now for this one, we'll go ahead and trim this one back. It doesn't need to be that long. And then we'll grab us a wire nut. Alright, let's see. So this is going to be our safety wire. Alright. Alright, let's put this in here. So one side goes to the R for the thermostat. And then our other side will go to the R terminal. Make sure it's nice and snug. There we go. Alright, so that right there is good. We can pull the wire out a little bit. Alright, so now what I typically like to do is, now that this is like this, I'm going to put a piece of tape here. This will keep this there, and then we'll have some loose wire here, and then we'll be able to pretty much put our other safety switch here and connect to this wire. Alright, so let me see, where's the tape? All back here. Alright guys, and just make sure you squeegee that. Alright, now we can take this tape off here. Alright, now we have an issue there. Not even secured on there. Okay. Let's see how much this one sticks out. Yeah, that'll end up being a bit of an issue. Alright, so let's see what we can do here. I have to remove this. Alright, we'll do that first. We'll take the drain out the way first, and then we'll see how this goes. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and put this in. Let's make sure it goes in though. Do have a lot of debris debris in there. Let's see if this works. Alright guys, so I just removed the pipe and I put this in, and right now I'm just cranking it down. I had to actually clean the inside of this with a wire brush. Yeah, because it was all rusted up in there. Alright, so that's that. Now we can go ahead and install this part. Alright, which I'm actually going to install it like this. So I'm going to go get a coupling. Alright. Put that there. Let's see this. Alright guys, so when you install these, I typically recommend don't try not to worry about putting glue on any of this, because it pretty much stays in there pretty decently. So, and you want to be able to remove this stuff because this is just your safety. I have yet to have an issue, or I've seen an issue with them being installed like that. Okay, and then you do want to make sure this is level. Alright, but enough with that part. So what you want to do here, I like to try and hide the wire underneath a bit. Alright, so we'll cut it right here somewhere. The excess wire, I would just push it down, back. We're gonna go ahead and take these off, not too much. And then this one right here, what we'll do here is we'll actually cut it right down the middle. Be super careful guys. I do this with this knife because it's kind of dull, but just be careful when you do that. And now you need to look for it. Alright, I'll do this. Now we need some wire nuts. Alright. So we'll go ahead and wire nut these two. So keep in mind, guys, so this is the wire coming from this safety switch, and then we have one wire from the other safety switch going all the way direct, and then we spliced into one wire. Okay, so this way, if this one trips, they both trip, or if this one trips, this one will trip if it didn't trip to begin with. Alright, so we'll hide that back there. Alright guys, so that's kind of how you install the safety switch. I'm going to go ahead and finish this pipe up real quick. We'll cut this here. Before we cut that though, let me close this up and see if it hits anything. Okay guys, so we threw the wire back. I had a little issue with this pipe, so this coupling is stuck on there. I didn't want to break it just in case. So I ended up putting 45s here to go under this, and that should function just fine. And that should work. We got our little slope. Alright, let's turn it on. Hope nothing breaks. Okay, so that's on. That's running. Now let's shut this off. Okay, so if this gets filled up, it's gonna go ahead and turn off the AC unit pretty much instantly, which that is good. So I'll wait a couple seconds. Alright, so we'll go ahead and put that back down, and we can go ahead and put the door back on now that we know it is working. Okay, so we got that running. You see the slope. So I am gonna come back and put the armor flex through there. Right here is probably gonna be a bit of a tight fit, but that is not what I wanted you guys to see. Basically what I wanted you guys to see was the safety switches. Alright, so that's the way they get installed. And then let's say you come to a unit, it's not running, your thermostat says no power. So what you can do is you just pop off this top, and if there's water inside there and the unit comes back on after you pop it off, then you know you had a clogged drain. Okay, and then obviously you go through the motions of either you do it yourself or call somebody to do it. That's pretty much it, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and tape all this back up. All that. Have a great day.